a bookkeeping business that gives you complete control of your income and allows you to work from anywhere and on your own schedule. I'll also show you how you can grow your bookkeeping business to 6 figures in just 90 days. And this is something that anyone can learn how to do. Hi, I'm Bill Von Fumetti, and I'm a CPA here in Redondo Beach, California. Now, before we get started, I'd like to remind you to grab something to take notes with because we're going to be going through a lot of information today. So without further ado, let's jump right into the training. Now, my goal in the next 60 minutes is to show you why a bookkeeping business is the legitimate path to the income and lifestyle you want. To show you how anyone can easily learn bookkeeping and get clients quickly. And finally, to show you how you can work from anywhere with just a computer and a free piece of software. And speaking of that software, be sure to stick around until the end of the training because I'm going to show you how to get it for free. That's right. It's called Quickbooks. You've probably heard of it before, and it's everything you need to start working with clients right away. And the cool thing is that there is free training inside of that Quickbooks account as well. So you're definitely going to want to stick around until the end of the training. Now, who is this training for? I want to make sure everybody's in the right spot and everyone's expectations are being met. This training is for anyone wanting to ditch their 9-to-5 job or just supplement their income. It's for anyone who's motivated by virtually unlimited income potential. It's for anybody who wants to work from home and set their own schedule. It's for stay-at-home moms and dads. It's for bookkeepers or accountants working for someone else. It's for retirees. It's basically for anyone who just wants more out of life. Now, why is this different? Why is bookkeeping different from all the other ways of making money? Well, if you've looked into ways of making money online, you've probably run into things like multi-level marketing and network marketing. That's where you try to convince your family and friends to buy your vitamins or your jewelry, things like that. You've probably seen drop shipping where you try to set up websites to sell other people's products. Maybe you've looked into real estate that costs a ton of money to get started. You've probably seen selling things on Amazon or eBay, or even day trading where you're trying to predict what the stock market is going to do. Well, the truth is, all of these ways of making money, these popular things that people talk about out there, they are just schemes. They are simply get-rich-quick schemes. And that's not to say that somebody could be successful with one of these things, but the vast majority, virtually everyone who tries these things ends up losing money because they're just schemes. They're too good to be true. Bookkeeping, on the other hand, is a skill. It's an actual skill. It is valuable. It's in high demand, and we're going to talk a little bit later about how demand is so high for this skill. So this is something real. This is something tangible. Now, imagine, if you will, imagine learning a skill that could be worth millions over the course of your career. Imagine being able to set your own schedule and spend more time with your family. No more missing out on special moments with your family. Imagine making more money to allow you to live more comfortably, get out of debt, and save for retirement. Imagine being able to travel and work from anywhere with just a laptop and Wi-Fi. Imagine saying goodbye to commuting and traffic and horrible bosses. I don't know about you, but I've had a few. So no more feeling underappreciated or taken for granted or having to ask a boss for permission to live your life. Let's be our own boss. And imagine being able to do all of this in just 90 days. And all of these things are possible. And two really great examples of this are Jasmine and Mara. These are two people that went through the exact same training that you're watching right now. And within the last month, they started making so much money with their bookkeeping business that they were able to put in notice at their full-time job and quit and start working on their bookkeeping businesses full-time. So the information we're going to be talking about today is very powerful. So who is Bill Von Fumetti? Who am I? Well, I own a multiple six-figure bookkeeping business right here in Redondo Beach, California, and I love it. It's so much fun. And a few years ago, I began helping others start their own six-figure bookkeeping businesses. And after seeing their successes, I decided to start Booming Bookkeeping Business to help everyone with the desire to gain financial freedom doing respected work. And to date, I've worked with over 3,000 people, and many of them are earning over six figures, and that's really fulfilling to be a part of that. And last but not least, I am a family man. And this is a picture of my family. That is my beautiful wife, Elizabeth, and our daughter, Capri, and our son, Ace. So as you can see by the look on my face, I am the happiest guy in the world, and I'm also the luckiest. So I'd like to share with you a quick story about how I got started bookkeeping. I was about to turn 40, and I had no real career focus. I was kind of bouncing around from job to job. And I was dating this incredible woman, and she was a chiropractor, had a successful career. I knew I wanted to make this woman my wife and start a family, but I was definitely not in the position to be a provider. At the time, I was the general manager of a gym. I was making about $20 an hour, which, living in Los Angeles, trying to start a family, it just doesn't go very far. Anyway, this gym I was working at was beyond disorganized. I was so stressed out working there. In fact, it got so bad that one day my wife told me that I was having night terrors, that I was screaming out in my sleep. and she's giggling right now. My wife is helping me run the camera today, and she's giggling right now. But at the time, I was so stressed out, and I didn't know what to do. And as luck would have it, one day I was talking with the gym's bookkeeper who would stop by from time to time. And during the course of the conversation, she told me that she charges the gym $3,000 per month to do their bookkeeping. And my jaw hit the floor. I was shocked. I had no idea that you could charge $3,000 a month for bookkeeping. And she was working from home. And the gym was just one of her clients. She had lots of other clients as well. So, ding, this light went off for me, and I thought maybe I should start looking into bookkeeping because I didn't really know what it was. So I did. I started looking into it, and the deeper I dug, the more I realized that this was a great opportunity to build a big business relatively quickly. And it was an opportunity to finally have a career. I could learn bookkeeping pretty quickly and make really great money. I could work wherever I wanted to, I could work whenever I wanted, and I could do really valuable work for small businesses. So I thought it over, I talked it over with my now wife, and one day I just decided I'm going for it. I'm doing it. I am a bookkeeper. I am starting a bookkeeping business. And this is actually a picture from that day. My wife and I were living in this really small apartment, and I set up this home office in this little corner. I think this home office was like 20 square feet. It was super small, but I just went for it. And within a relatively short period of time, I grew to six figures, and I'm telling you, it absolutely changed our lives. We were able to move into a bigger place, we got married, and we finally felt financially secure enough to start a family. So it really changed everything for us. And I tell you this to show you that anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. I did it, you can do it, anybody can do this, even if you've bounced around between lots of different careers. And as a result of building my own six-figure bookkeeping business and helping over 3,000 others build theirs, I've learned exactly what works and what doesn't. I've developed a system that gets results fast. This is Melissa. I work with Melissa, and you can see she writes, I just finished my second week in Booming Bookkeeping and booked my first client. Woohoo! So again, I show you this to show you that the information that we'll be covering today is real, and you can use it to get results fast. Now, here it is. These are the three keys. This is what we're going to be covering today, the three keys. Number one is how to earn an incredible income working whenever and wherever you want by starting a bookkeeping business. Key number two is how anyone can easily learn bookkeeping from scratch. And number three, I'm going to show you the top 2 simple ways of getting clients without spending a dime or having to be good at sales. So let's jump into the first key, how to earn an incredible income working whenever and wherever you want by starting a bookkeeping business. So why bookkeeping? Why is bookkeeping so great? Well, according to Inc. magazine, bookkeeping is the #1 most profitable business to start. And Forbes and Entrepreneur magazine say the exact same thing because it costs nothing to get started. As I mentioned previously, all you need is a computer and a free piece of software. Again, I'll show you how to get that free Quickbooks account at the end of the training. And your computer doesn't have to be fancy. I was using an old clunker that a friend gave me to get my business started. So it really costs nothing to get started. But let's talk about the other side of the coin. How much can you make? Well, according to QuickBooks, who does an annual survey of bookkeepers, and this is the latest survey, you can make $76 an hour. That's the average hourly rate you can make as a bookkeeper using QuickBooks. And if you do the math, $76 an hour works out to $158,000 per year if you're working full time. How incredible does that sound? Or maybe you're just looking to make $100,000 per year. Well, you can do that and be working only 26 hours per week. So you're making 6 figures working part-time. So now you're spending time with family, you're traveling, you're playing golf, you're doing whatever it is you love to do. And when you're making this kind of money, you go from generating income to building wealth. And that's a really big deal. On the other hand, if you like, you can be like me and lots of the people I work with who hire staff to do the bookkeeping, and you can grow your business to multiple 6 figures. So the truth is, your income potential is unlimited. Speaking of people who've grown big businesses, this is just a handful of some of the people I've worked with who are in the 100K club. I give these cool awards out to people I work with who have hit $100,000 in revenue in their bookkeeping business. And you don't need a degree, a license, or experience to be a great bookkeeper. You just need the right training. Those people in the 100K club, most of them started with no prior bookkeeping experience, no license, no degree, just a desire to do good work. Because clients aren't looking for the person with the most experience. They're looking for someone they can trust, someone that truly cares about the success of their business. As long as you have your client's best interest at heart, you'll get all the clients you can handle. Because demand for bookkeepers is huge. Let's see what our friends over at the IRS have to say about this. As you can see, everyone in business must keep records. So there is a legal requirement for every business to be doing bookkeeping. And what's more, there's currently a shortage of bookkeepers. You don't have to look very far online to see all kinds of articles that talk about the bookkeeper shortage. So not only does every business need to be doing their bookkeeping, and there's a shortage of bookkeepers, but new businesses are starting every year at a record pace. As you can see, 5 million new businesses got started, and they all need a bookkeeper. So you put all of these things together and you can see just how in demand this skill is. And it's legitimate and respected. You're helping small businesses grow and you're changing their owners' lives. Robert Kiyosaki, who you've probably heard of, he's the author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's worth about $100 million. And he says that the most important person in his company is the bookkeeper. So that just goes to show how important the work we're doing is. And thanks to cloud technology, you can work from anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. In fact, everything we need to do great work and communicate with clients is done online. So QuickBooks, email, tools we use like Dropbox and Zoom, it's all online. We can access it from anywhere. And the really cool thing is that all these tools that we use are free. So you'll never even have to go to a client's office. In fact, I've never even met most of my clients face to face. It's all through email and Zoom. It's really cool. So that means you can work from home or even while traveling. This is a picture of me working out by the pool. I took the family down to San Diego for a couple of weeks. We got this really nice Airbnb, and because I can work from anywhere, I was able to get some work done there. And this is something that we're able to do all the time because of how flexible bookkeeping is. And because everything's online, you can work whenever you want. As you know, I have a couple of little ones. And so, with newborns, they're up at all hours. And so I was doing work and sending emails in the middle of the night. So you really can make your lifestyle your priority and then schedule work around it. Isn't that the way it should be? And because you can work from anywhere and anytime, you can start on the side of a 9-to-5 job and eventually exceed your current income and then transition to running your bookkeeping business full time. So if you've ever dreamed of firing your boss and saying goodbye to your commute, it's closer than you think. Or maybe you're just looking to supplement your income. It's totally up to you how many clients you take on. This is your business, and you get to decide exactly what it looks like. And here's a big bonus of owning a bookkeeping business. You are building an asset that you can eventually sell or leave for your children. And a virtual bookkeeping practice can sell for more than 100% of its annual revenue. This is a screenshot from accountingpracticesales.com. And as you can see, you could be running a $386,000 a year bookkeeping business and sell that business for $550,000. So let's think about this for a minute. You're running a bookkeeping business that's generating $386,000 this year and next year and the year after that and the year after that. And then one day you decide to sell and you're able to sell it for $550,000. You're generating this significant revenue every year, and then you've got this big payoff at the end. That's your retirement. Your retirement is paid for. That's something that a 9-to-5 job just doesn't do. Or maybe you have some kids and you'd like to leave them the business that they can run, and then they can benefit from the income and flexibility of owning a bookkeeping business. You can do that too. What better inheritance to give your children than an asset that generates income year after year after year that then one day will have value for them to sell? Okay, here's the second key. This is how anyone can easily learn bookkeeping from scratch. Whenever I used to hear the word bookkeeping, the first thing that popped into my head was something that looks like this. Okay, I thought it was boring and complicated, and it just involved a bunch of number crunching and data entry, and that it was just really low-level, monotonous work. But that's just because I didn't know what bookkeeping really is. The truth is, it's more like this. It is really fulfilling work, and QuickBooks makes it easy. QuickBooks does all the math. QuickBooks even automates most of what we do. And again, it's really respected. You're helping businesses grow and you're helping change people's lives. So it's really exciting work, and you make a great living doing it. Now, for those of you who are new to bookkeeping, I want to really briefly just cover what is bookkeeping. What are we doing when we say we're bookkeeping? Well, bookkeeping is just recording all of the financial transactions for a business using QuickBooks. Okay, that's the program we're going to be using to do this. And so we're going to be recording all of the financial transactions for a business. And I'd like to give you an example, okay, and that'll make it a little bit more clear. So the example is your client buys printer paper from Staples for $50. Okay, you're working with a client and they go to Staples and they buy printer paper. Well, all you're going to do is you're going to assign that transaction to an office supplies account in QuickBooks. Okay, that's it. You're going to be categorizing these transactions, and that's really all it is. So you'll categorize all of the income and expenses for your client, and then you'll be able to generate a report that shows how much profit they've made. Okay? And that's how they're going to be able to determine how well they're doing in their business, and they're going to be able to make better decisions for their business so they can make more profit. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing for our clients when we're bookkeeping. And we're not going to be doing this manually. We're not going to be doing a bunch of data entry work. The really cool thing is that QuickBooks connects directly to your clients' bank accounts. Okay, so when they make all these purchases, or they sell things, or they provide services and they get paid for it, that all runs through their bank account. And that is going to be connected to QuickBooks, so all we have to do is go through and categorize things and put things in the right spots. That's it. It's pretty cool, right? How about we jump right into QuickBooks and see how easy this actually is? So this is QuickBooks, and this is for a test client. Let's call it Beach Chiropractic. We're working with a chiropractor. And QuickBooks does a lot, but you'll be spending most of your time over here in the banking section, okay? And you can connect the client's bank and credit card accounts. So we have a bank account connected here, and all these transactions just immediately get downloaded into QuickBooks, and all we have to do is organize them. That's it. We make sure they get into the right accounts. So let's just go ahead and do it. So this first transaction, if you click on it, you can see that this is the memo that's on the bank statement. So this gets downloaded so we can see what this transaction is. This chiropractor spent $23.62 at Staples, and we know that that should go in an office supplies account, okay, under the category here. So QuickBooks does a pretty good job of predicting where things should go, and it will suggest the accounts for you, and most of the time it's right. But in this case, we need to change it to office supplies. So all you do is you click that down arrow and you click on office supplies. That's it, okay? And then you click add, and now that transaction is in the books. And look what QuickBooks suggested. It says, hey, if I see Staples in the bank memo, should I always put that to office supplies? And I can say, yeah, let's do that. Let's save a lot of time. Let's automate this, because I know anytime that client goes to Staples, it's office supplies. So I can tell it to categorize it to office supplies and automatically add it to the books. So let's go ahead and create that rule. It's called a rule, okay? So now anytime a transaction gets downloaded from Staples, I don't even have to deal with it. So I'm saving myself a ton of time. So let's take care of the last two transactions. So let's click on this one. We see it's from Geico for liability insurance. And QuickBooks did a great job of autofilling the vendor and the account or the category. It should go in insurance. Okay, so we just have to click add there. And again, hey, let's make our life easy. In the future, let's not even have to worry about these. Let's create that rule. And then finally, we've got one last transaction to deal with. This is for Yelp advertising. This chiropractor must be advertising on Yelp. So it got the category correct. It's got it under advertising, but it didn't predict the vendor name. So we just go in and we type in Yelp. Okay, we just want to make sure that we know that this transaction was to Yelp. All right, and then we click add. And well, here we go again. Let's make it easy. There we go. So we are all caught up. That's where we're going to spend most of our time. When we finish on this screen, that means those transactions are in QuickBooks, and now we can pull a report that shows how much profit this client made. So let's take a look at that. We'll go over here to reports and just click on that, and you can see the profit and loss report is right at the top. Let's see how much profit or loss this client had. We click on that, and then we can set, if we scroll up here, we can set a time period. Okay, do we want to look at how profitable we were last year? How about last month? Let's choose last month. Let's see how January looked for this client. Well, this chiropractor had income of about $327,000. That's a pretty good month. And then they had these expenses. They had accounting and advertising, chiropractic supplies, insurance, office expenses, office supplies, rent, and utilities. You know, the usual suspects that a business would have. And we entered all of that information very easily and quickly through that banking section. So you take that income, you subtract those expenses, and this chiropractor took home a profit of $323,000 in January. This chiropractor is doing pretty well. And this profit and loss report is the most popular report that you'll be dealing with when it comes to clients. So again, it's really just income minus expenses. And this gives business owners a really good idea of how well their business is performing. If they don't know how well their business is performing, they have no idea how to make decisions for the future. So providing them with this information is extremely valuable. So you can see how important the work we do is. And that right there is most of what you'll be doing when it comes to bookkeeping. So as you can see, it's really easy once you get the hang of it. This is Dee, and she was brand new to bookkeeping and QuickBooks, And she says, anybody else on here new to QuickBooks? I was really intimidated by it when I first started working with Bill, but it's actually a breeze. Am I missing something, or are there others out there feeling the same way? Or maybe I'm a genius. So again, anybody can do this, and QuickBooks can be learned. And again, learning this skill is worth millions over the course of your career. Okay, here's the third key. This one's exciting. I'm going to show you the top 2 simple ways of getting clients without spending a dime or having to be good at sales. Now, we've already talked about how every business needs to be doing their bookkeeping and how there's a shortage of good bookkeepers, and that 5 million new businesses start every year, which means the demand for bookkeepers is huge. And considering that you can work with clients across the country, it can be really easy to get clients, as long as you know where to look. So today I'm going to show you the top 2 methods of getting clients. And the first one is the QuickBooks Pro Advisor profile. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can show you what this is all about. So here we are on the QuickBooks Find a Pro Advisor website. Now, this is a website that QuickBooks maintains so that small business owners can search for bookkeepers in their area. And the really cool thing is that almost 1 million small business owners hit this website looking for a bookkeeper every year. So it is really important that you be listed here. It's a great way, a free way to get lots of clients. In fact, I know a lot of bookkeepers that use this as their only way of getting clients, and they're doing great. And for me, it's my #1 way. This is my #1 way of getting new clients. I get multiple prospects reaching out to me every week. Okay, so what a small business owner will do is they'll go to the website, they'll type in their location. This is Redondo Beach, California. That's where I am. And they'll click search, and they'll be presented with a list of all these great bookkeepers. Okay, so as you can see, the second person down is this handsome fellow right here. That's me. I'm ranked #2. And hey, I'm not even #1, and I get lots and lots of calls. Okay, so it's really, really a great tool. So when you click here, you can open the profile. Okay, so this is the profile that you're going to want to create, and this is an opportunity for you to present yourself. It's your calling card. And the cool thing is, once you get this set up and optimized and looking great and sounding great, there's really no maintenance needed on this thing. It's just out there, it's working for you and generating leads. Okay, so the thing I'd like to focus on today is this About Me section. Okay, this is really the star of this show. This is your opportunity to describe all of the great things that are going to happen to a client when they work with you. Are they going to be able to expand to multiple locations? Are they going to be able to increase profitability? Are they going to be able to save time so that they're not doing their bookkeeping, they're able to grow their business, they're able to spend it with their family? Those are the things that we really want to be highlighting on this profile. Now, if you scroll down a little bit, there's just an opportunity here to select some of the industries you work in and just some miscellaneous information here. And then obviously you've got your reviews down here, and those are very, very important. Okay, and if you scroll back up on the right-hand side of the screen, this is where people will be able to reach out to you. Okay, most of the time they will send you an email through this form. Sometimes they will call you. Okay, they'll click on that and they'll see your phone number and they'll call you. But a lot of the time they will fill out this form and they'll reach out to you via email. And again, I get multiple people reaching out to me every single week. So it's really important that you get this profile optimized. Okay, everything needs to be in the right spot. Your About Me needs to really highlight your value. And once you get this optimized, this thing will just start generating prospects reaching out to you. It is really, really cool. So this is the QuickBooks Find a Pro Advisor website. You definitely want to be listed here. This is Cindy, and as you can see, she says, boom, just got another client. The last 2 have been leads from Pro Advisor. So my goal for 2021 is to double my income from 2020. So the Pro Advisor profile is super effective. Now, the second method of getting clients online is LinkedIn. I'm sure you've heard of LinkedIn. I like to describe it as Facebook for professionals. So it's a spot where professionals and business owners, they come to network. And so it's really powerful because we want to work with business owners, and that's where they are. So let me share my screen again and I'll walk you through LinkedIn. Here we are on LinkedIn, and as you can see, we are on my profile page. Now, it's similar to the ProAdvisor website in the sense that you have a profile and you're going to want to make sure you optimize it, but it's very different in the sense that LinkedIn allows you to do marketing outreach. In other words, you're not going to create a profile and just wait for people to find it, okay? You can take an active role in reaching out to your ideal prospects, which is really cool. So I want to show you today how that works. Again, you're going to want your profile to be optimized because when you connect with people, they're probably going to check out your profile, okay? So you want to make sure it's optimized. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use the search function, okay? And if you just type in owner, we want to be working with owners, right? So type in owner and you'll get some results here. You'll get a bunch of owners that they find. But that's not the cool part. The cool part is that you can narrow down this list to exactly the types of people you want to work with, whether it be location or industry or whatever it is. Because you can just go ahead and connect with each of these business owners here, okay? You can send them a message and you can start a conversation, and that will help you nurture them from prospect into client. But what you can do is you can click this all filters here and you can narrow them down. You've got location, you've got prior company, and you've got school, and you've got industry. So you can really narrow them down. If you're only working with clients in real estate or construction, you can do that here, okay? And it will filter this list for you. So again, you just reach out to each of these. You start a conversation, and you're gonna wanna lead with value, okay, what you bring to the table. So we're not just sending sales messages and saying, hey, do you want to jump on a phone call or do you need a bookkeeper? We want to lead with value. That's going to encourage them to want to respond to us, start a conversation, we nurture them, and we get clients. So this is a gold mine. If you use this properly, you will have all the business you can handle. So that's LinkedIn. This is Natasha, who I work with, and she says, #happy. I received my first booked call from LinkedIn after less than 24 hours of prospecting. So again, if you leverage LinkedIn properly, you can get results and get clients quickly. And once you connect with prospects, you don't need to be salesy to close the deal. After all, we're not selling used cars here. You simply need to communicate the specific value that having a great bookkeeper delivers. So let's look at an example of what that looks like. So let's say our client is a chiropractor. My wife is actually a chiropractor, and I have a few chiropractor clients as well. I do their bookkeeping. So let's say we're talking with the chiropractor, and she tells us she spends about 2 hours a week doing her own bookkeeping. That's about 8 hours a month. Now, if she were seeing patients, she'd be making $200 an hour. So those 8 hours during the month that she's working on her bookkeeping, she should be seeing patients and she should be making $200 an hour times 8 hours, which is $1,600. That's money that she's not making because she's doing her own books. Now we're gonna come in and we're gonna say, hey, we'll charge you $76 an hour. So times 8 hours, that's $608 a month to take bookkeeping completely off your plate. You can worry about being a chiropractor, doing what you love, doing what you do best. We'll handle the bookkeeping. And so by hiring you, she makes $1,600, pays you about $600. She's making an additional $1,000. And in addition to that extra $1,000 she's making just by hiring you, now she doesn't have to worry about whether or not she's making mistakes with her bookkeeping. Is this a good deal for the client? Of course it is. It's like the chiropractor is buying money. They're making an extra $1,600 and it's only costing them $600. So for small business owners, good bookkeeping is a profitable investment. And when you help clients see that, they'll jump at the chance to work with you. You'll get all the clients you can handle without needing to be great at sales. Now, just a quick reminder, you can be doing $100,000 in revenue working part-time with just 11 clients. And as you can see, you can get to 11 clients really quickly. We've actually had people get there in as little as 90 days. Could you imagine that 90 days from now, you could be running your own 6-figure bookkeeping business? How cool is that? So to recap, these are the 3 keys. We talked about how to earn an incredible income working whenever and wherever you want by starting a bookkeeping business. We talked about how anyone can easily learn bookkeeping from scratch. And finally, I showed you the top 2 simple ways of getting clients without spending a dime or having to be good at sales. Isn't it incredible that you can do all of this right now with just a computer and a free QuickBooks account? Isn't that awesome? Now let me ask you a question, because we've covered a lot of great information today, things you can start using right away. It's exciting, right? Well, the valuable information I've given you today only scratches the surface. It's enough to get you started. It's enough to get you out there and talking to business owners, but I can't possibly cover everything there is to know about building the bookkeeping business of your dreams in 1 hour, 5 hours, or even 10 hours. So how would you like it if I took your hand and walked you through the entire process of your very own 6-figure bookkeeping business? Would you be interested in that? Because if you're willing to learn this new skill, you're sitting on a gold mine. And it's not just me saying that. Remember, Forbes and Inc. and Entrepreneur magazines all say the same thing. So you owe it to yourself and your family to start your bookkeeping business today. That being said, now you have 2 choices. You can certainly go it alone and try to do it yourself without any help, but that could take years. It took me years just to figure all of this stuff out for myself. Or you can ask for help from someone who has all the answers and has done it before and can do it for you in just a few months. If you chose number 2 and you're serious about taking control of your income and freedom, then I'm excited to introduce you to my personal training program called Booming Bookkeeping Business. This is the fast track, the shortcut to massive results and to make sure you're doing it right. And this is the program that has changed the lives of so many of my students. Booming Bookkeeping is all about helping you create a wildly profitable bookkeeping business in just 90 days. Now, full disclosure, because I work so closely with my students to help ensure their success, I can't work with everybody. As you know, I also run a very busy bookkeeping business of my own, so I only work with a small group of people. But if you're serious and committed to putting in the work, then I can help you. Just like I've helped so many of my students make great money and change their lives. The Booming Bookkeeping Business Program has 3 main components. And the first is the comprehensive online video training course that covers everything you need to know. There are 120 videos that walk you through the entire process, from soup to nuts, as my mom would say. So let's take a look inside of the course. Module 1 is all about setting up your business. So we'll cover legal issues and the technology you'll need and how to work remotely and all that fun stuff. Module number 2 is bookkeeping fundamentals. Okay, so we're going to learn about debits and credits, and we're going to make sure you have a great foundation. Module number 3 is QuickBooks Mastery. So this is a thorough QuickBooks training, and we help you pass both the basic and advanced certifications. All right, so you'll be a certified QuickBooks Pro. Module number 4 is monthly bookkeeping service delivery. So now this is how we use QuickBooks in the context of delivering a monthly bookkeeping service to clients. Okay, so we're going to walk through exactly what you're going to be doing every month for a client. Module number 5 is the marketing strategies, and this is the most popular module we have, because if you have your marketing dialed in, that's what results in a long line of prospects reaching out to work with you that allows you to be able to pick and choose who you work with. Okay, so we go over all of the most effective marketing strategies, as well as how to present yourself in these strategies, what kind of messaging, how to talk about yourself, how to talk about the benefits that you help clients achieve. Module number 6 is all about pricing your services, and this will help you maximize your profitability for every client you work with. Module number 7 is closing the deal, and this is going to be exactly how you're going to want to handle phone consultations, exactly what to say on the phone to easily close the deal and get clients. So as you can see, we cover absolutely everything you'll need to know. Now, let's talk about the format. The course is study at your own pace, okay? So you can move as quickly or as slowly as you like. Typically, though, you can move through in about 6 to 8 weeks, all right? And it's available on desktop or mobile, or if you have a tablet, you can get it there too. It's available 24/7, so you can access the training anytime. And you get lifetime access, okay? So we work together for as long as it takes for you to get to where you want to be. And you get access to all future updates free of charge. So we keep the program updated, so you always get the latest marketing strategies, you get the latest technology, you get it all. Component number 2 are the weekly live video coaching calls. I wouldn't have so many successful students if I just threw 100 videos out there and said good luck. I am your mentor, and I guide you through both the training program and even while you're working with clients so that you'll never get stuck. Okay, so every week we all jump on a live Zoom call and I answer every question you have. All right, and you can see my screen so we can walk through whatever you're having problems with. And these calls are also recorded and we post them in the course. So if you're not able to make a call, you always have access to review it. Now, let's talk about the most important component yet. To be successful, you need to surround yourself with people that speak the same language and have the same mission as you. And that's why I created the private coaching community. This is a private group on Facebook where you can ask questions and get advice from me, from everybody else in the program, including people who are now running very large and very successful bookkeeping businesses. So we can share our successes and we can share our challenges. We can hold each other accountable. So it's a really great group of people and we rally around each other and we lift each other up and we help to make sure that we all get to where we want to be. This is Jessica, who's in the program. She writes, "Happy Friday, everyone. My goal this month was 3 new clients. I figured that was max effort and consistency with a full-time job. Guess what? I got them. I'm excited, I'm nervous, but I'm ready. I'm sure I'll be hanging out more often. Blessings to you all." So this program is very effective. This is Tristan. And you can see here, she says, "I've been over the moon and leaving my job to pursue my dream has been the best decision I have ever made. I'm so excited to see what the next few years hold." This is Susan. She just closed a $17,000 annual contract. So again, I've put together a plan that helps you get to exactly where you want to be making money and working wherever and whenever you want. So here's a summary of everything that you get. You get the complete Booming Bookkeeping Business course. That's a $3,000 value. You get the weekly live video coaching calls. Those are a $2,000 value. And again, you get lifetime access to those. You get the Booming Bookkeeping Private Coaching Community. That's a $2,000 value. You get unlimited email support so you can reach out when you have questions. Again, you get lifetime access. And that's a total value of almost $7,000. If it was all separate, if I sold everything separately. But I want to ask you something. If all this did was show you the exact steps my students have taken to create better lives, quit their jobs, and obtain freedom, would it be worth it? If all this did was give you full access to me and all my successful students ready to help you with your business, would it be worth it? And finally, if all this did was help you land just one client, adding $9,000 per year in income, would it be worth it? I think you'll agree that it would. So you can see why it's a good deal even at $7,000. However, because you watched this entire presentation, I know you're serious. And because you're serious, you have the potential to become my next success story. So I'm going to make a very special one-time offer. Now, I had 2 choices when I was putting together this program. Number 1, I could make it cheap so that everybody could join. Or number 2, I could charge more so that I could provide more personalized attention and a greater commitment to your success. And I think that's what you want. So I didn't charge something crazy like $100. I charged more so that I could give you more time and really help you succeed. So you can get started today for only $197 a month for 12 months. Or you can make one payment of $19.97, and that right there will save you $367. Okay, so one payment and you're paid in full. So I want to give you a couple of different options because I'm trying to help as many people who are serious as possible. So just click the button below this video to enroll and we'll get started building your bookkeeping business today. Now I'd like to introduce you to Maura. Before joining Booming Bookkeeping, Maura had no prior bookkeeping experience. She was absolutely new to bookkeeping. And after joining Booming Bookkeeping, Within 11 months, she quit her full-time job because her bookkeeping business was making her twice as much. And as you can see, Mara is holding her 75K Club award. We give awards out to people who hit significant levels of revenue in their bookkeeping business. So she is doing more than 75K a year. This is Jimmy. And again, before joining Booming Bookkeeping, he had no prior bookkeeping experience. He was in the insurance industry. And after he joined, he hit 100K in annual revenue after just 6 months. So you can see him with his 100K award there. This is Ann. She was a bookkeeper who was laid off due to COVID. And in her words, she was in full panic mode. She joined the program and she was able to replace her income in just 6 months. So during a pandemic, she was able to replace her income. Now, I wanted to show you this to show you what's possible. Now, we have lots of people who want to get in, they want to hit 6 figures, they want to go even beyond that, okay? And they're doing that. But some people, they want to just get a few clients. You know, they want to have something on the side, generate a little bit of extra revenue. Maybe they're retired or they just want to supplement their income. And so we have many people who do that as well. Now, let's break this down because this really is an investment in yourself. As we discussed, the average fee that we're going to charge clients is $750 per month. But let's be conservative and focus on the smallest clients that you'll work with, those $300 a month clients we talked about earlier. Landing just one of those $300 per month clients more than pays for the course. And the expectation is, and what typically happens is, if you start the program, in about 6 to 8 weeks, you start getting clients. So if you believe that with me guiding you every step of the way, you will get at least one client, this is a no-brainer. And everyone in the program who does 2 things, follows the program, and this is most important, reaches out to me when they need help, gets clients, and is successful. Every person who does that. So today you can get started for just $197 a month for 12 months. Or you can save about $400 and make one payment of $19.97. So just click the button below this video to enroll and we'll get started right away. Now, as you've probably noticed, I'm all about taking action right away. And honestly, the people who do that end up being the most successful students I have, bar none. So if you enroll today, I'll include 3 exclusive bonuses, okay? And the first bonus is the checklist and templates. And these are all of the documents you're going to need to start and grow your business. So we're talking about client onboarding checklists, monthly closing checklists, proposal templates, engagement letter templates, credit card and ACH authorizations so you can get paid, all of that stuff. Okay, so these are real time savers. No need to have lawyers draft things up or search for stuff online. We've got it all for you. And the checklist and templates, that's a $500 value. And Jimmy uses the templates. He actually forgot about them. He says, how did I forget about the templates in Module 9? I just onboarded a new client in less than an hour. Okay, so these are real time savers. Now, bonus number 2, that is the bookkeeping services pricing calculator. And this is huge. We have some people who join the program just to get this calculator. And how it works is that when you conduct a consultation with a client, you'll be asking them some questions about their business. And you'll take the answers to those questions, you'll plug them into the calculator, and it will generate a value-based monthly fee that maximizes profitability. Okay, so no more guesswork over what to charge clients. We do all the work for you. And that's a $500 value. And this calculator is worth its weight in gold. Margie used the calculator and was able to double the monthly rate for one of her clients. She had a client before she came into the program. Once she got into the program, she actually plugged all of that client's information into the pricing calculator. It generated a number that was double what she was charging her. And so she reached out to her, said her fee was going up, and her client, as you can see, said no problem. How cool is that? Bonus number 3, this is the perfect profile. Now, when you do your marketing, you'll have profiles up, okay? You'll have several different profiles up so that people can find you and they can reach out to you. And we need those profiles to be great. We want them to really showcase the value you bring to clients. And a lot of people have trouble writing about that, writing about themselves. And I don't want that to stop you from moving forward and making progress. So we help you write your profile. All right, we work together and we make sure you have a profile that is perfect. And that's a $500 value. This is Alyssa, and she writes, I just wanted to reach out to y'all and say that I had such a generic basic about me section on my Pro Advisor profile and never received a hit on it. I updated it with the notes given by Bill's training, and within a week I've received a signed engagement letter for a new client. My only regret is not updating it sooner. So again, we're going to make sure that profile is perfect so that you can start generating lots of prospects. Here's a final recap of what you're going to get. You get the complete Booming Bookkeeping Business course. That's a $3,000 value. You're going to get the weekly live video coaching calls. That's a $2,000 value. You're going to get the Booming Bookkeeping Private Coaching Community. That's a $2,000 value. You get the unlimited email support, and you get the lifetime access to everything, including my mentorship. And that's a total value of almost $7,000. Plus, you get all the bonuses. You get the checklists and templates. That's a $500 value. You get the pricing calculator. That's a $500 value. You get the perfect profile. That's a $500 value as well. And that's a total combined value, add it all up, of $8,500. But today, you can get started for just $197 a month for 12 months. Or you can save about $400 and make one payment of $19.97. So again, just click the button below this video to enroll, and we'll get started today. You'll get your login information and we'll just get started. All right, here it is. I told you I'd show you how to get QuickBooks for free, and here it is. All you have to do is visit this site and you'll be able to sign up for your free QuickBooks Online account. So it is bit.ly/freeQuickBooks. Be sure to write that down, and you'll want to enter it exactly as it's written here, okay? So no www before it, no .com after it, no nothing, okay? So just type it in exactly as you see here. It'll take you to a page where you can create your free account. And again, inside of that account, some great free training, and it's all you need to get your business started. With that said, I'd like to talk about money for a second. You've all heard the saying, money is the root of all evil. But the reality is that money is just a tool for exchange. That's it. Now, you're going to be asking for money from your clients just like I'm asking you to invest in yourself today. And the key is to ensure that there's a fair exchange of value for money. Or better yet, you get even greater value for your money. And that's what I've done here. So ask yourself this one question. What would it be worth to you to own a $100,000 per year business? And in addition to that $100,000 every year, you get the freedom to work wherever and whenever you want. What would that be worth to you? I think we can both agree that it's worth a whole lot more than what I'm offering. So if you agree with that, like over 3,000 others have, then it's a fair trade for both of us. Now earlier, I mentioned the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Well, in the book, Robert talks about the habits of rich people and poor people. He says that rich people, they buy things that make them richer. They buy assets, right? They invest in education, they invest in stocks, bonds, they buy real estate. Poor people, however, they spend their money on things like the lottery or eating out all the time, things that don't give them a return. See, all of us have disposable income. And all I'm asking you to do today is take some of that disposable income that you were going to spend anyway on things that aren't going to make you any richer, and instead make an investment in yourself. Because the money you put into this program is going to turn into more money. So right here, right now, today, you have a choice. You can go back into your old habits. You can fall right back into your old habits and do exactly what you did yesterday and the day before, which would be sad because I just showed you everything you need to get your bookkeeping business started. Or you can make a change. You can change your life. Because the bottom line is you can build something great. I've already helped so many people build something great, but you need help. And I'm here, and my community is here to help you build that. So, Booming Bookkeeping Business, one more time, this is what you get. You get the Booming Bookkeeping course. You get the weekly live video coaching calls. You get the private coaching community. You get the checklists and templates. You get the pricing calculator. You get the perfect profile. You get the unlimited email support, and you get the lifetime access. And you get all that for just one payment of $19.97, or you can do 12 payments of $197 per month. And really what I'm trying to do here is save you time, because there's a huge difference between time and money. You have money, which is a renewable resource. We can always make more money. But what about time? Can we make more time? Like when we miss our kids' soccer game or dance recital because we're busy working. Do we get that time back? No, we don't. I want you to have the time to see your son or daughter play soccer or dance or whatever it is they love to do. Be there for your husband. Be there for your wife. And that's why I want to give you back that time and teach you something that's going to give you freedom and allow you to become a lot more wealthy in a lot less time. Once again, go ahead and sign up today and you'll get all this. Simply click the button below this video to enroll. Now, I'd like to run through just a few questions that people have about the program. And the first is, how long does the course last? And the course is self-paced, okay? So you can move through as quickly or as slowly as you like. But generally, if you're able to spend about 5 to 10 hours per week on the program, you can complete it in about 6 to 8 weeks. Question, how long will it take for me to start getting clients? Now, this is going to depend on where you are when you start the program. We have some people come in that are brand new to bookkeeping, have never done it before, and then we have others who have bookkeeping businesses and they just want more clients. Okay, so it's going to depend, but generally, if you're able to spend about 5 to 10 hours per week on the program, you can start getting clients in about 6 to 8 weeks, but it can happen a lot sooner than that. We've had people join the program and get clients the next day or within just a week or two. Okay, but generally, that's what you can expect. Question, why are you offering this program? And this is a really great question. I love accounting, but I discovered a true passion for teaching. The first person I ever helped start a bookkeeping business was a family friend who happened to be a single mother. Her husband had just left her and she was really struggling to pay her bills. She had no bookkeeping experience, but she did have the two most important qualities it takes to succeed: determination and a strong work ethic. So I taught her exactly what I did to build my 6-figure bookkeeping business, and 3 months later, she quit her 9-to-5 job because her bookkeeping business was making her twice as much money. I can't put into words how rewarding it felt to be a part of her success. Bookkeeping literally changed her life. I knew how liberating it felt to own my own business, but when I saw the dramatic impact it had on my friend's life, I discovered a passion for wanting to help others do the same thing. And so that's why I'm offering this opportunity. Question, why would you want to create more competition for yourself? Well, you're underestimating just how huge the demand for good bookkeepers is. Every business needs to keep accounting records, and cloud technology allows us to work with clients all over the country. I get calls every single day from business owners needing bookkeeping services, and at times it's more business than I can even take on. So no, competition is not a concern for me, and it definitely shouldn't be for you either. Question, is this right for me? Well, the bottom line is, if you are finally ready to create a wildly profitable bookkeeping business, then yes, this is perfect for you. So today, you can get started for just $197 a month for 12 months, or you can save about $400 and make one payment of $19.97. Just click the button below this video to enroll, and we'll get started on your bookkeeping business today. Now, starting a bookkeeping business may be the most fulfilling thing you ever do professionally, but it takes enormous effort. But boy, is it worth it. And I know getting started can seem a bit frightening, but a little fear is a good thing. Fear means you're stepping out of your comfort zone and attempting something extraordinary. But you won't be doing it alone. I'll be there every step of the way. So if you're interested in taking that next step, click the button below this video to enroll, and we'll start building your bookkeeping business today. We'll do it together. I hope you enjoyed today's training. I know I had a great time, and I look forward to working with you. See you soon. Hey everybody, welcome to today's training.